We have another lightning talk by Giancarlo, but
Hi,
hello,
hello
but
again.
the title was a little bit complicated. You can tell it yourself, please.
Yes, thank you. This talk will be about conversational AI or integrating BotMan inside of Silverstripe. It is a nice topic, I think, and I have just a little less than 10 minutes, so I'll try to do a very fast keynote about that. BotMan is a really nice project that allows you to integrate a chatbot with your PHP project. It is made in Laravel, but it can be used on any framework. They have Laravel Studio, which is an environment that is optimized for Laravel, but it can be installed in every site as soon as you have Composer. So you can use a BotMan to create a project based on BotMan Studio, or you can Composer require your Botman requirements without having to use Tech Studio. So that's very cool. You use the namespaces and pass the configurations to start that up. But what is a conversational AI? That's something very cool. Imagine you have your client as a very social network page with a lot of users, and most of them prefer to ask the same questions over and over again, and people on the staff of your customer prefer to answer those questions over and over again over the social networks. It can be Telegram, it can be Facebook, or even people going to your website, to your customer's website, and going over the contact page and sending an email, but the content is there. So conversational AI goes as far as allowing you to create a bot that chats for you and understands natural language. It means that you are not limited to create a bot that has fixed routes. You have to go through with buttons. You have to press the person has to press. Yes, you can do that, but it can understand what's called intents and what's called the entities. It means that it can pass strings to a neural engine that is effectively an AI. This AI will interpret your message and give you back an array that contains what was the scope, what was the context. Wow, this word is always challenging for me. The context of the string and the entities of the string. So which data was inside the string. So as soon as you create your bot, you can have it listen to you can have it listen for messages. If you use it on the website, on the customer's website, it's a matter of integrating its chat. It has a nice chat like Facebook's one, or like this one, okay, that you're seeing right now, that you can customize. This is a free open source project that, as far as I know, isn't even have a paid for version, okay? And that's enough if you just it's just fine for you. But you can also open routes on your Silverstripe installation to have the ability for Facebook or Telegram to connect back with the Facebook app to your chatbot, and you will be able to send the conversation messages back and forth with your Facebook page. This is something not very trivial if you follow the Facebook documentation that indeed are clear enough, but was enough time nowadays to read all the documentation, right? So it's better to have something that already made that does all the dirty work for you. So this software needs a cache, okay, and it is almost cache agnostic. Cache needs to be permanent in this software. So if you don't create a factor out, you don't create a cache with one of those types of caches, it will use an array that is non-persistent. So it may have difficulties doing some operations. For example, one of the things that modern chatbots can do is continuing the conversation. Like, for example, you can ask for a ticket for a plane, for a restaurant. You are booking a restaurant and asking the bot if there is any open table for tomorrow, and he can answer back telling you that there isn't any open table, but you can then ask back and for the next week, and as the bot has the conception of the idea of following the conversation, it has a context that can guide you and remembers that we are talking about booking a table. And so that's a very nice concept. For the natural language processing, it uses an external engine that has a very generous free plan. It is called the dialog flow, and it allows to do that. You pass it a string, it returns a structured data string back in a JSON format that you can understand. As you see here, you have to create an API token, and that allows you to receive back the intents of the strings. It also, as you see, it also supports Amazon Alexa, Cisco Spark, Facebook Messenger, as I said, and Slack, Telegram, Twilio. You can send back and forth. Twilio is a nice software. As I said yesterday, it was yesterday, yes. As I said yesterday, so you can create messages you send via SMS, okay? And you can store user information, so you can ask, what's your name? Or even retrieving the name if the channel, that means if you are using Facebook, this is a channel for BotMan. If Facebook passes over the name of the person, you can remember that and call the person by its name. And there's the web channel that allows you to use that web widget. And also it allows you to use, as it is a component inside your Silverstripe installation, all the database features that you are using. So when the user is asking actually for an available table, you can query your own database, and do an answer back. So that's very interesting. I would like to end my very, very fast Lightning talk, just mentioning another project that I'm very fond of, because I'm integrating for one of my customers. The problem with BotMan is that actually there's a timer that said 10 minutes are passed. So the problem with BotMan is that to create those conversations, you have to actually write code. Meanwhile, if you want to have a UI like the Mautic one that I've shown you yesterday, you can use actually another project that is called the BotPress. Okay, and so this project allows you to create, as you are seeing right now, conversational UI using a tree like Mautic does. So it allows you to, and allows your customers, your clients, if they are versed enough in that, to create their conversation. This is a Node.js project, while BotMan is indeed a PHP, full PHP project. This is a Node.js project. So my suggestion is to use their Docker image. They have a single Docker image that has everything built in. They even have an integrated NLP. That means that their natural language processing is done on your own server, and you can train it to answer your questions. BotPress, it is very nice, but the problem with BotPress is, as it is a Node.js project, you will need to use a component in JavaScript called Axios to connect to your own Silverstripe installation to get data back and forth. So if you have to dip your toe into conversational AI, I suggest you to start with BotPress, with BotMan, and then graduate over to BotPress that has a free. This is a free project. You can have a paid for software as a service installation, or you can even have a premium tier that allows you to have multiple clients in the same installation. Apart from that, if you install if you create one instance of BotPress for each customer, you can use as much installations and as much customers you want. That was conversational AI in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Giancarlo. Very interesting talk. Actually, I studied artificial intelligence, but I never built a chatbot. Are you using this for client projects?
Yes, I am actually integrating BotPress with one of my customers. We are testing it internally, and it is working fantastic, because as you are using, as you are telling him or whatever God is beside those things, if you are telling the bot the right intents, it can answer with a laser target answer to those questions. So it's fantastic.
Great. Thank you very much.
And thank you to all.
See you in Gaza.
See you.